This video has been much requested, and it is all about Cagney. Cagney started from humble beginnings. He was born underneath this porch to a litter of 4 kittens. He made his way down a block and a half in front of my wife's gym, and he spent his first night before we met him sleeping in this cinder block. He popped up the next morning, peeking in the window, trying to get her attention, and from then on, he was part of the family. We named him Cagney after the actor James Cagney because his first little meow sounded like James Cagney saying, meow. He had fleas that were about as big as he was. He had some burns on his feet from the hot summer asphalt. He was very malnourished. He was pretty much skin and bones, and he had a little infection on his toe. We gave him some flea baths, and despite that, he still loved us, and he spent most of his time sleeping on our necks. Because he was so cute and he was around me all the time anyway, I started to include him in all my videos. I wasn't sure how people would respond at first, but the reaction was overwhelmingly positive, and he quickly became really the mascot and the face of the channel, as generally it's just my hands in the shots. So he was an excellent addition. Initially, Cagney spent a lot of time hiding underneath chairs or getting in places that were sort of like that cinder block. I think the comfort of the cinder block really made an impression on him early on. And certainly to this day, if there's a car horn in a movie that we're watching, he gets scared and runs out of the room. Cagney's a lot more confident now, and he'll spend more time laying out in the open on the floor or with us. Cagney has a lot of hobbies. He's always been a big explorer. Here he is checking out this bin of corks, and one of his favorite pastimes is burrowing underneath comforters. We have a little trimmer on our hands. It seems terrible to me. I'm kind of claustrophobic, but he really loves swimming around underneath there. Something he's taken to recently is burrowing under the covers and then biting me to get me to wake up. At a certain point, he feels that I've had enough sleep and it's time to get up and hang out. Usually when he does wake me up, he just proceeds to go to sleep next to me. He just wants me awake to keep an eye on him. One day we were looking all around for Cagney and we couldn't find him. Somehow we looked underneath the pool table and there he was, hiding underneath a leg. He also loves to get out in the garage, and he decorated himself for Halloween. He discovered this tree for the first time in his life and he had to conquer it. So then he spent, 10 minutes just climbing up these narrow shoots of this fake tree. That was very entertaining. Cagney loves to look out the window and hunt lizards and bugs, and he also really prefers to drink water from the running sink. We tend to indulge him, and he's gotten a little better at it since this recording, but he really loves drinking out of that sink. So now we will talk about the love of Cagney's life, the unrequited love of Cagney's life, his cousin, Ellie. She is 13 years old, and she is the sweetest cat in the world, but she has had the house to herself, her cat self, for a long time now, and Cagney is really throwing a monkey wrench into her golden years, and she does not like how much he wants to hang out with her and spend it and get attention from her. And so basically anytime he comes near her, she just growls. The best we can do are situations like this where we're all hanging out and maybe she's laying on me and he's laying on my legs. But this picture really encapsulates their relationship well. Separated proximity. Cagney loves to wake you up with a little throat massage with his claws, which is very cute and painful. Cagney tends to sleep in some of the wackiest positions possible, which is always entertaining. It's always great to see what weird sleeping position he finds himself in next. It's an evolving process. Cagney does not like to go in the car. He's only been in it a couple times to go to the vet. He doesn't like to be in the car carrier, but if he's free to ride on my shoulder, he can tolerate it because he loves to ride on my shoulder. Cagney generally keeps to himself. He's not that much of a lap cat, but when he wants attention, he will get it, even if it means getting on a tiny computer chair. Despite not wanting to be sitting on you that much, he loves to be held. One of his favorite things is just to walk around with you holding him, or if he can climb up onto my shoulder. Well, I really appreciate you guys tuning in to this look into the life of Cagney. He's certainly a character, and he has a lot of star power, so it's great to have him on the channel. I'll leave you with this footage that I thought was super cute of him just trying to stay awake and continuing to fall asleep slowly on my feet. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching, and as always, stay gold. Homestead.